Have you ever wondered why the world ignores some and bows to others? It is not about luck. It is not about talent. It is about the invisible signal you are broadcasting every second of your existence. You have been living in a case of mistaken identity, believing your personality is a fixed cage defined by your past. It is not. It is a costume you select, but you have forgotten you have the power to choose. In the next few minutes, we will not just change your habits, we will dismantle the old receiver and hand you the controls to your own broadcast. You will learn how to burn the old costume and step into the vibration of the king. This is not self-help. This is self-resurrection. The moment you cross the threshold of any room, a silent trial begins in the invisible ether, long before your physical voice vibrates through the heavy air. You are not merely a biological entity moving through space. You are a frequency, a broadcasting station of consciousness that transmits your inner state to the world with the violence of a silent scream. Human beings, often without consciously realizing it, are spiritual receivers, instantly decoding the silent business card you present to their subconscious minds. This verdict is rendered in mere seconds, not based on your paper credentials or the words you have rehearsed, but on the blinding intensity of your self-acceptance and the radiation of your inner being. If you walk with the heaviness of apology, shrinking into the furniture of your own life, the world will treat you as a trespasser, a ghost in your own story. But if you walk with the assumption that you are meant to be there, that the space was waiting for you to complete it, the world shifts its axis to accommodate your presence. This is the invisible verdict. It is the law of mental transmission. You cannot fake this with a smile, you must vibrate it. It is the raw data of your soul being read by the souls of others. They know if you are the master or the servant of your reality before you even open your mouth to speak. We must understand that confidence is not a gift bestowed upon the lucky few at birth, nor is it a prize handed out at the finish line of success. That is the great lie of the drifter, the excuse of the one who waits for life to happen. Confidence is a muscle of the spirit, forged in the fires of deliberate, painful, and repeated selection of a state of consciousness. You have been told to wait until you feel confident to act, but I tell you this is a trap of the senses designed to keep you asleep. You do not wait to feel, you act to command the feeling. You must appropriate the posture of the wish fulfilled. You must move your physical body as if the power were already yours, and the feeling will arrive as a loyal servant to your command. It is a reverse engineering of the soul. Action is the prayer. The feeling is the answer. If you wait for the feeling, you will die waiting in the hallway of indecision. You must step through the door of fire. You must lift the heavy weight of the gaze, the weight of the silence, and in that lifting, the spiritual muscle tears and rebuilds itself stronger. This is how a personality is built, not by wishing, but by the relentless application of the law of assumption in the face of fear. Consider the synergy of your existence. A pleasant personality, your kindness, your composure, your empathy, is described as the fragrance of the flower, but confidence is the smoke that carries that scent into the nostrils of the world. Without the smoke of confidence, the fragrance remains trapped, rotting in the garden of your privacy. Without the fragrance, the smoke is just a choking hazard, an arrogant cloud that repels those it seeks to attract. You must combine them. You must become a pleasant force, a kind power, a terrifyingly gentle authority. When you fuse the fragrance of a noble character with the smoke of unshakable confidence, you stop competing with the noise of the world and you start creating your own signal. You become a magnet, not because you are begging for attention with loud words, but because you are vibrating at the frequency of the solution they have been seeking all their lives. It is a chemical reaction of the spirit. The world is tired of arrogance, and it is suspicious of weakness. But when it encounters confident kindness, it bows. It recognizes a king who does not need to be head to lead. It recognizes the I am in its most balanced form, but that's only the surface. Now go deeper into the mechanism of this power. You must realize that your personality is not fixed. It is a selection of the soul. You are waking up every morning and selecting a garment to wear, but most of you are picking up the dirty rags of yesterday's failures and wearing them out of habit. You must burn the rags. You must stand naked in your imagination and clothe yourself in the new man. The you that is confident is already a reality in the quantum field of possibilities. You are simply not tuning into him. You are tuning into the victim. Stop it. Use your imagination to touch the texture of confidence. How does it feel to walk without the need for approval? How does it feel to speak without the rush of anxiety? Taste it. Smell it. Wear it until it sticks to your skin. This is not faking it. This is selecting it. The world is a mirror, and it has no choice but to reflect what you are. If you are presenting a fragmented image, the mirror shows you chaos. If you present a unified, confident image, the mirror shows you respect. The synergy of your traits is the polish on the mirror. Here's what changes everything. The world is constantly asking you, "Who are you?" And it waits for your answer. If you mumble, it assigns you a role in the background. If you speak clearly with your being, it gives you the stage. This is why the foundation of personality is the most spiritual work you will ever do. It is the work of defining the I am. When you say, "I am confident," you are not describing a mood. You are invoking a law. You are commanding the subatomic particles of your experience to rearrange themselves around that decree. But you must back that decree with the physical evidence of your behavior. You cannot say, "I am confident," and then look at the floor. That is a spiritual contradiction, and the universe vomits the lukewarm. You must align the inner speech with the outer action. When the two become one, when the assumption and the expression merge, you become unstoppable. You become a force of nature. You become the operant power in your own universe, and the opinions of others become nothing more than dust on the wind of your passage. Now descend into the primal gateway of the soul, the eyes. When you lock eyes with another human being, you are not looking at a stranger. You are gazing into another abyss of consciousness, another reflection of the one great I am. The avoidance of eye contact is not merely social awkwardness or shyness. It is a spiritual retreat. It is your inner world confessing to the outer world, "I am not safe here. I am less than you. I am prey." And the outer world, operating on ancient biological laws, immediately mirrors that insecurity back to you as aggression or dismissal. To hold a gaze is to bridge two worlds. It signals to the primitive brain of the observer that you are not a threat, nor are you food. You are an equal. You are a stable entity in a chaotic world. When you hold the line of sight, you are holding the line of your reality. You are refusing to blink first in the duel of existence. It is an act of spiritual warfare where the only weapon is peace. Training this presence requires a deliberate violation of your comfort zone. You must practice this in the laboratory of daily life. When you speak to the barista, to the colleague, to the stranger, you must force the physical eyes to remain steady. Hold it for 3, 4, 5 seconds. If the intensity feels like it will burn you, focus on the color of their iris. Study the intricate patterns of the blue, the brown, the green. This technical focus quiets the screaming amygdala and allows you to remain in the pocket of the moment. You are training your nervous system to remain calm under the pressure of another consciousness. You are teaching your body that connection is safe. Most people are asleep, walking around in a trance of avoidance. When you wake up and look them in the eye, you startle their soul. You remind them that they exist. You become memorable not because of what you said, but because you were the only one brave enough to truly see them. This internal feedback loop is the secret key. Maintaining eye contact doesn't just influence how others see you. That is secondary. The primary effect is on you. It signals to your own brain, "I am safe. I am in control. I am present." You are rewriting the script of fear in real time. Every time you look away in fear, you vote for your own weakness. Every time you hold the gaze, you vote for your own power. The biology follows the behavior. Your testosterone rises, your cortisol falls, and your spirit expands to fill the room. You are hacking the ancient machinery of the body to serve the high purposes of the soul. You are telling your subconscious mind that you are the alpha of your own experience. And the subconscious, being a faithful servant, believes you and begins to manifest the circumstances that match that belief. But realize that there is a difference between the gaze of the predator and the gaze of the king. The predator stares to intimidate. The king gazes to understand. You are not trying to dominate the other person. You are trying to know them. You are offering them the gift of your attention, which is the rarest currency in this distracted world. When you look at someone with the assumption of love and the posture of confidence, you disarm them completely. Their defenses crumble because they cannot fight against acceptance. You create a sanctuary in your gaze where they feel seen and heard. This is the highest form of influence. It is not manipulation. It is connection. It is the realization that the other is just you pushed out, and to fear them is to fear yourself. Now go deeper. The eyes are the windows, but they are also the projectors. You are projecting your assumption of reality through your beams of light. If your internal state is one of abundance, your eyes will sparkle with a fire that attracts everyone. If your internal state is one of lack, your eyes will be dull and repelling. You must light the fire inside before you open the shutters, before you walk into the meeting, before you go on the date. Close your eyes and ignite the feeling of the wish fulfilled. See the end, feel the handshake, hear the congratulations. Then open your eyes. That residual image of success will still be burning on your retina, and the person looking at you will see it. They won't know what they are seeing, but they will be mesmerized by the depth of your conviction. You are not just looking at them, you are looking at the success you have already decreed. As the connection is established through the silence of sight, it must be solidified through the vibration of sound. Your voice is not just a tool for transferring intellectual information, it is the audible expression of your spiritual vibration. It is the sound of your soul hitting the air. A high-pitched, rushed, breathless tempo betrays a mind that fears interruption, a spirit that believes it must hurry before it is dismissed by the tribe. This is the rhythm of scarcity. It is the sound of the beggar. You must descend into the lower registers of your being. You must speak from the diaphragm, from the gut, from the seat of your power. Deep breathing is not merely a physiological trick to oxygenate the blood. It is the intake of spirit. It is the grounding of the I am within the physical vessel. When you breathe deeply, you tell the body that there is no tiger in the bush. There is no danger. There is only the eternal now. The art of the pause is the weapon of the master. Silence is not empty space. Silence is the canvas upon which your words are painted in gold. The amateur rushes to fill the silence with ums and ahs and nervous chatter, fearing the void, fearing that if he stops, he will disappear. The master uses the silence to create anticipation, to let the wisdom land, to show that he is the master of time, not its slave. When you pause, you force the audience to lean in. You create a vacuum that pulls their attention towards you. In that silence, your authority grows. It demonstrates that you are comfortable in the void, that you do not need their validation to exist. You are willing to wait. And because you are willing to wait, they will wait for you. The pause is the period at the end of the sentence of power. It says, I have spoken and it is so. Speaking slowly is an act of rebellion against a hurried world. Rapid speech often stems from a deep-seated fear of being interrupted, a childhood wound that says, nobody wants to listen to me. You must heal this wound with the balm of slowness. Deliberately slowing down your cadence forces you to organize your thoughts. It makes your words feel heavier, more considered, more valuable. Gold is heavy. Feathers are light. Do you want your words to be gold or feathers? When you slow down, you signal that your time is valuable. You signal that you are worth listening to. You are not asking for permission to speak. You are taking the floor. This shifts the dynamic of any conversation. The listener unconsciously slows down to match you. You become the metronome of the interaction, setting the pace of reality. Understand that the tone carries the emotional weight. You can say, I love you, with the tone of hate, and the tone will be believed over the words. You can say no, with the tone of love, and it will be accepted. You must harmonize your tone with your intention. A calm, lower-pitched voice signals authority because it mimics the sound of large, dangerous animals that are not afraid. A lion does not squeak. A leader does not shrill. You must find the resonance in your chest. Hum if you must before you speak, to find that vibration. Speak to the subconscious mind of the listener. Bypass their critical factor with the soothing, hypnotic rhythm of certainty. You are not convincing them. You are entrancing them with the truth of who you are. The voice is the bridge between the unmanifested thought and the manifested reality. Make the bridge strong. Here is the secret of the voice that no one tells you. You are listening to yourself more than anyone else is. Your own voice vibrates through your skull and speaks directly to your brain. If you hear yourself sounding weak, anxious, and rushed, you reconfirm your own insecurity. It is a feedback loop of damnation. But if you hear yourself sounding calm, deep, and slow, you hypnotize yourself into confidence. You become the first convert of your own message. Use your voice to soothe your own beast. Speak to yourself in the mirror with the voice of God. Command your day with the voice of a general. Change the sound. and you change the state. The vibration precedes the manifestation. You must sound like the person you want to be before you can fully become him. This certainty must be housed in a temple that reflects it. Your physical body is the shadow of your mental state. If your mind is scattered, your body fidgets. If your spirit is timid, your shoulders collapse into the protection of the fetal position. To change the shadow, you must stabilize the object, your consciousness, but you can also use the shadow to stabilize the object. This is the bidirectional path. Stand firm. Plant your feet as if you are a tree with roots reaching into the burning core of the earth. This firm stance eliminates the visual noise of insecurity, the swaying, the tapping, the shifting of weight from foot to foot. These are leaks in your power bucket. Every time you sway, you leak energy. Seal the leaks. Embrace the stance of the statue. In the spiritual realm, stillness is the highest form of activity. It demonstrates that you are not reacting to the environment, but that the environment is revolving around you. Selective stillness is the mark of the initiate. Confident people are comfortable with stillness because they are comfortable with themselves. The nervous man must move to distract himself from the noise in his head. He touches his face, he plays with his pen, he checks his phone. These are rituals of anxiety. You must eliminate the nervous tics. Face touching, in particular, is a primitive comfort gesture, a subconscious attempt to protect the vulnerable parts of the head. Stop it. Keep your hands still, or use them with purpose to illustrate a point. When you eliminate the extra movement, you become a void of anxiety and a fountain of peace. People are drawn to this stillness because they are starving for it. They are exhausted by the chaos of their own lives, and your stillness offers them a place to rest. You become the eye of the storm. The first greeting rule is your tool for social alchemy. Do not wait for the world to greet you. That is the passive state of the victim who waits to see if he is welcome. You must assume you are welcome. Be the one who extends the hand first. Be the one who offers the good morning with a smile that reaches the eyes. This simple action shifts you from a passive observer to a proactive creator. You are setting the emotional tone of the interaction. You are deciding that this moment will be warm, professional, and positive. You are the operant power. You are the cause, and the social interaction is the effect. By initiating, you take the burden off the other person. You lead them into safety. You build a reputation as an approachable, confident leader who is not afraid to connect. Consider the geometry of your presence. Open your chest. Expose the heart center. The biological impulse when we are afraid is to protect the vital organs. We hunch. We cross our arms. We close off. To stand with an open chest is a primal declaration of fearlessness. It says to the world, I trust myself to handle whatever comes. It allows the breath to flow fully. It allows the energy to circulate. When you occupy space, you are claiming your right to exist. Do not shrink in the elevator. Do not fold yourself into the subway seat. Expand. Fill your container. This is not about being rude. It is about being full. The universe abhors a vacuum, but it loves a full vessel. Be full of your own presence. But that is not all. You must walk with purpose. Even if you are just walking to the water cooler, walk as if you have a mission. The drift in the step betrays the drift in the mind. The confident walk has a rhythm, a destination, a cadence of certainty. Head up, eyes on the horizon, not on the ground. The ground is where the dead are. The horizon is where the living are going. Look at where you are going, and the crowd will part for you. It is a psychological phenomenon. People instinctively move out of the way of someone who knows where they are going. Be that person. Direct your body with the precision of an arrow, and you will pierce through the confusion of the masses. Finally, understand that this state of being is not a destination at which you arrive and rest. It is a garden that must be watered every single day, with the sweat of action and the blood of resilience. You build this spiritual muscle through daily micro-challenges. You do not wait for the catastrophic crisis to test your strength. You manufacture small fires to train your cool. Ask the question in the meeting when your throat creates a lump of fear and your heart hammers against your ribs. Refuse the unreasonable request when your habit is to please and placate. Every time you step into discomfort, you are rewiring your brain. You are breaking the old neural pathways of safety and building new highways of courage. You are associating the unknown with growth rather than danger. You are expanding the territory of your kingdom. Responding to doubt is the final test of the master. When the doubt comes, and it will come, from the jealous, from the ignorant, and from the traitor within your own skull. You must not fight it with emotion. Defensiveness is the hallmark of the insecure. The man who knows he is king does not argue with the peasant who calls him a fool. When you are challenged, your response must be a fortress of composure. Use the doubt as fuel. Transmute the energy of their skepticism into the cold, hard drive for your results. Silence is often the loudest answer. A smile of knowing is more powerful than a scream of denial. Do not explain yourself to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Save your energy for your creation. Let your results be your argument. Leading in hesitation is where the boys are separated from the men. When the group is frozen in indecision, when the collective consciousness is paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake, that is your signal to rise. That is the moment the universe has teed up for you. True leadership is defined by the willingness to act when no one else will. Step into the breach. Break the silence. Suggest the direction. It does not matter if you are right or wrong in the absolute sense. The act of deciding is itself a spiritual victory. Movement is life. Stagnation is death. Be the agent of movement. You must understand that failure is part of the process of personality construction. You will stumble. You will have moments where your voice cracks, where your eye contact falters, where you retreat into the old shell. Do not judge yourself. Do not whip yourself with the lash of guilt. Simply notice it. Correct it. Return to the assumption. The master is not the one who never falls. The master is the one who gets up faster than anyone else. Resilience is the speed of your recovery. Shorten the refractory period of your self-pity. Bounce back. The world has a short memory. It will forget your stumble as soon as you forget it. Ultimately, this journey is about becoming the person you were destined to be before the world told you who to be. It is a process of unlearning as much as learning. It is chipping away the marble to reveal the David that was always there. You are returning to your natural state of power. The fear, the doubt, the hesitation, these are the unnatural intruders. Kick them out. Reclaim your house. Stand in the doorway of your life, and do not let anything enter that does not serve the highest vision of yourself. You are the gatekeeper. You are the selector. You are the I am. Now go, and live from this state. The trial is over. The verdict is now in your hands. You are no longer a victim of the room. You are the architect of its energy. So ask yourself, when you walk out that door today, who will be walking? The shadow or the light? The drift or the master? Tell me in the comments below. I am the selector. Subscribe, ring the bell to stay awake, and do not let this state fade. Click the next video immediately. It is the key to locking this transformation in forever. Go deeper.